Pancho Campo throw himself out of the plane at 25,000 feet. We also saw that he landed safely and has also landed here in our studio to tell us all about it. Congratulations. What a thrilling experience for
Thank you.
for us. I mean, it was just nerves on a stick. How did your family handle it all?
Well, my family, they were all very nervous because my sister and my nieces in Italy were watching live. Mom and my sister and my nephews were watching from the Canary Islands, but Melissa was a nervous wreck here in Marbella. Luckily, I had my son. He was my personal trainer, but also my emotional support.
Wow.
And I can't say anything went wrong. I mean, it's one of those things that you say, oh my God, everything is going just perfect. Even the weather, the morning of the jump, it was pouring rain. We thought it's going to be a lost day. We'll do the theory and the practical training, learn how to use the equipment. At 2 o'clock in the afternoon, my instructor said, you're more than ready. You want to do it today? It was scheduled for the following day.
Oh, really?
I said, well, but I'm scheduled for tomorrow. He said, listen, tomorrow we don't know what's going to happen with the weather. Just get on with it. I said, I look at my team, I look at the camera that was recording the documentary. Are we ready? And my son said, you're ready, Daddy.
Wow.
Boom, off I went.
Probably even better that way.
Yes, because I can guarantee you that I was not going to sleep a minute that night. I was
Yeah.
going to be, rolling around the bed.
And that would have been the second night because you'd
That would have been
anticipated
the third
night.
We landed on the 13th. We went to visit the drop zone, see the landing area, talk to the people. We did a few interviews for the documentary. Then the following day we were supposed to have only training and learn how to use the equipment, and 3 training jumps, which I did. I did only 2. And then the third jump was, I think it was about around 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It was just magic.
Wow.
There wasn't a moment when you're on the plane that you were like, oh, you were just literally waiting to jump out the door.
I was waiting to jump.
And what's that feeling when you're like you're just falling, free falling, right? I mean, you're literally just falling at crazy speeds, 300 kilometers, 200 something kilometers.
I was hanging on the door like this. At that moment, my altimeter was showing 25,500. And I just said, you do out, in, and you fly. So I went out, in, and I just let myself go. And I just enjoyed the moment. I mean, that day was full of clouds. So I was falling about 1 minute above the clouds. Then I went through the clouds.
What does it feel like?
Yeah.
I mean, what goes through your head?
It feels cold.
Does it? Was it cold?
Yeah, and sometimes I've done it in Miami. Sometimes when they're full of water, you can actually go through the cloud, and when you go through the cloud, next thing you know, you're soaking wet.
You had
Really?
special
Wow.
clothing for this jump.
I was wearing.
How did that feel? Because even that is different. You're used to jumping in certain clothes, and then you're
I
wearing a whole
usually I
different.
jump like this, but
Oh my
there I
gosh.
had to wear a layer of merino wool, like those tights. It's the same suit that I used when I went to diving under the ice in
As I was
Greenland.
saying, you're used to wearing wetsuits
Yeah,
and things
yeah.
like that.
And then I just wore my normal flying suit because luckily it was warm. It was raining, but it was warm. The gloves, quite special. Scarf, helmet, mask, ski goggles, camera in the hand, camera in the helmet.
So you're actually filming, falling,
Wow.
doing the
I
whole
was
thing.
jumping with a lady. She's Nadia the Bear. She's the wife of the guy who created this whole company. And she was very gracious, said, since you're recording a documentary, let me jump with you. And she was wearing 4 cameras on her helmet.
Oh,
Wow.
fabulous.
So those images are actually not mine.
Yeah,
they're
because I was
hers.
thinking, I thought like you just standing there doing selfies while you're falling.
When I'm falling and you see, a close-up
He's
of
capable of this.
Yeah, I was wearing the camera right here. So you fly like this, and the camera is just looking at you. And then I turn it around because I wanted people to see what I was
Could even
seeing.
think to turn it
I know,
around. I would just be,
that's-
ah.
That's the thing
Oh
to
no,
think
we're
of that.
enjoying them, and at no time I felt, that my nerves were get the best of me or I was, about to collapse. No, it was just the excitement and the fear that we want to convey the message to the kids. This is the kind of fear that is good for you because it lets you grow. It takes you to the next level.
Wow.
And the best way to handle fear and to handle stress and nervousness is by being fully prepared.
Yeah.
Physically, mentally, and technically. And when I asked my son anything, are we ready? And he said, Daddy, you're more than ready.
Yeah, and you felt it too.
I felt totally ready.
Did you not want to pull the parachute because you wanted it to continue? Because once you pull the parachute, how long then till you land? Which
I
is a
was
critical moment, isn't it? That
I was on free
landing
fall
rate.
for about 2 minutes, 2 minutes 20.
That's it.
Yeah, because
Wow.
I wanted to open high. The advantage of opening quite high. Usually I open at 4,500 feet. This time I open at around 6,000, because if I'm too far from the landing area or the airport, that gives me time to glide and get closer. And it worked.
Yeah, it was quite impressive actually when you pull the parachute. You see the whole body going up in the air. What's that feeling like? You're like,
I remember once my jump number 200. It's a big thing in skydiving. You go to a different level, you get your C license from the USPA, and that day I had all my friends and the instructors waiting for me in the landing area, because also you have to pay beers for the entire person. So when I opened the parachute, it pulled me so hard that it broke a rib. So I was in this extreme pain thinking, oh my God, I hope I'm not gonna have problems landing. I landed perfectly, and the next thing is, you know, they had to take me to the hospital because the person who packed the parachute did it in such a rush that he forgot something. Something was not right. So when the parachute opened, I
so,
said,
yeah, pack your own parachutes.
Oh my gosh.
the problem is, you know, packing the parachute, jumping out of planes, for a almost 63-year-old man, it's very exhausting. So I have somebody that you pay €8 and they pack it. It's not an easy task. Packing a
I'd rather
parachute.
pay €800 and have them pack it properly.
Yeah.
Take your
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
Here's €800. Take your time.
Yeah.
It's like, some things you don't want to scrimp and save on. The landing is fundamental. Getting your little legs right, that as you land, that you can run along.
Yeah, you gotta follow a pattern. So
Like
we
a
all follow
pilot,
a
isn't it?
pattern.
Yeah.
Landing a plane, really.
It's exactly like, you know,
Incredible.
driving a car. You know, left, right, brakes. So you have to follow a pattern, as planes do. So we all know the guy that is in front of me, I know that he's going to turn right eventually, and then he's going to turn right again. So you enter the pattern at 1,000 feet, you turn right, in this case, right turn, at 500 feet, and then the final approach at 300, and the final approach, you got to find what is called a sweet spot, which is the moment where you pull your brakes only to have, my sweet spot is here. At that moment, the parachute from going here goes there, and just glides through the ground. And then when I see it's the right moment, I just push my hands all the way to the bottom, and that will stop me and land safely on my feet.
Do you feel like it's going fast as well? Like, you know, when you're falling, I know that sounds really weird. Do you?
This is the first time that I have really felt the speed of my fall rate. Because usually when you're falling, there's no point of reference. All the points of reference are too far. But this time, because I had clouds, no clouds, I could see the and I could see the floor coming at me. Wow, this is really fast.
Oh gosh.
I think, you know, I was looking at my altimeter. I think my maximum speed was 365.
And that's the thing.
How
the
can you even
fact.
think? How can you even think at those speeds? Impressive, no, as they say in Spanish, lo siguiente. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you for making it back safely. Really
Thank you.
happy as your family are, but so is the rest of us.
Yeah, and we're very happy because the coverage around the world in the media has been amazing. I mean, when we finish, I have to go to Antena 3 via Skype. I had an interview with Miami yesterday, with South America the day before. So mission accomplished, which is telling the young generation, don't be afraid, dream big, but if you want to follow your dreams, you got to work hard. It's not given to you.
As we've been talking about during the program, creating new habits to be the new you that you want to be. It's all possible, and this is the proof. Thank you so much, Pan.